the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith, versus Bret Hart for the Intercontinental Championship.
Okay. So we're going to talk about this match a little differently. As the two wrestlers are getting introduced, I look over at Logan and I went, have you ever heard the interview with Bret Hart about this match? And I can't remember if it was Bret got interviewed by, you probably seen these guys everywhere, that Hannibal TV.
Mm-hmm.
They do those shoot interviews. There's a plug for you. Or I can't remember who it was from, but Bret was saying that I guess Davey was out partying hard the night before, and by the time the main event came around, he wasn't fully recovered yet. He still had a pretty good hangover going on. So when Bret gets down to the ring, they're eyeing each other up. And hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself. But what Bret was saying is there was a point in the match very early that they locked up, and Davey Boy was saying to him, I'm completely I totally forgot what we're doing. And I told Logan this. And I think you said something to the effect where, we're going to have to see if we can find this spot.
That spot.
Okay. And I think it was about a minute in. Okay, give or take. And then those two went down real quick. And I think we actually stopped and rewound it and went, I think that's it right there. Because both the way their heads were positioned or something, we were like, they're talking. And I think that's where Bret was referencing that Davey was saying, I'm screwed. I completely don't know what to do. I forgot everything we're going to do. And then at that point, I think Bret said, I told him, go to the ropes. I'm going to take you down. And then you explained it better than I did about we found the spots as we were watching this match of when they were talking.
Yeah, there was a lot. So you're noticing a lot of the match. There is a lot of headlocks.
Yes.
Okay. There is a lot of headlocks, and you'll purposely see Bret stick his face right into Davey Boy's head. And you can see his mouth, his jawline moving. He's speaking into the back of Davey Boy's head. So impressive, because Bret had thought about this, okay? Secondly, the other ones, which I didn't realize.
Neither did I.
All right, until we watched it a few times, there was a lot of times where they'd lock up and the Hitman would put his hand almost like a chin cup over Davey Boy's chin and his mouth. And then he'd put his head down and let his hair droop in front of his face on the sides as well. From this, it just looks like, he's pushing into Davey Boy's chin.
Because he's pushing Davey's head back, too.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's doing a move. But I'll let you continue in a minute. But when you notice how many times they're doing it. Okay, continue.
Yeah. So if you look at Davey Boy, he is talking while Hitman is covering his mouth from the cameras. Okay. And then Hitman is talking as well, but his hair is covering his face.
He has his head pitted down.
Yeah. And I mean, it is the amount of times this happens. Hitman was pretty much calling that entire match like 3 moves at a time.
He said he did. He told Davey Boy, I'll get us through this. Just listen to me.
Yeah. And he was literally, you could tell when he'd gone through the move set, and it was normally about 3 moves or so, because then they'd lock up again. When they go into a headlock, or he did a chin push, and that it just goes to show again how amazing Bret Hart is as a technical wrestler.
Oh my!
Working with other people, he practically choreographed that match out on the fly with a partner who's drunk. I mean,
hungover, severely hungover. Okay, drunk.
But I mean, my God, that if you just looked at it, back as when we were kids, you wouldn't know any difference.
It wasn't even until recently. I only heard the interview was a few years old, but I only heard this interview maybe a week or so ago. I was at work and I had some podcasts on and I'm listening and I just went, get out. So as many times as I've seen that match now, and then I told you before the match started about, what Brett was saying.
Mm-hmm.
We were looking for it. And it's one of those where it's like, oh my God. We could tell this is what they're doing. Because like you said, face plant in the back of Davey's head, you could see, we're like, they're talking again. What did we count? 7 times with the palm, the chin palm or something?
I think it was 6 times with the chin palm and at least 4 times in the headlock.
In the headlock with his hand, yeah. But you know what? And go watch that match and look for that stuff.
Yeah, look for it because it's incredible.
That's not a knock on it whatsoever.
Oh God, no. It's an extra bonus to it.
It's interesting.
If you look at that match without knowing those facts or without thinking too much about what's being said and where, it's a great match.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple little too many grabs, but we know that reason why now.
Yeah. Now we know.
Still, it was a fantastic match. Really good. And I just, again, we got to the end. Go ahead.
Oh, I thought you were done.
I am now, apparently.
No. You cut out in my headphones.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, continue.
Okay. I was just like saying it was a great end of a pay-per-view match. It really made you want to stay there. And it was the second longest match. It was 25 minutes, nearly 26. For that whole time, Brett was running that thing on the fly, choreographing with somebody who has a hangover. I mean, it just shows you the dedication the man had to wrestling.
To me, I have more appreciation for that match now.
Yeah.
It made the match better. Because now, here's the thing now I can't watch that match without knowing that now.
Yep.
Without thinking of, that's where they're talking. I wonder what they're talking about. And there was something you forgot. They were in one of their headlocks again, and then they started doing some backflips or something. And then there was a point where Brett, you can see, and this also confirms our facts, you can see Brett shout at Davey Boy, flip me now. Flip me now.
Yeah.
And he flips him.
Yep.
Yeah.
And you could blatantly see it as well, him saying it. It's you can't really mistake it.
No.
But yeah, it gives me a much better appreciation for the match, much better appreciation for Brett.